Welcome back to Who Wanna Life Sentence. Thank you guys for tapping in. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I read each and every comment and I try to reply to them all. I'm gonna go ahead and post the cash out. There it is. That's the cash out. So just enjoy the story with your ugly ass. As I'm living over on Boulder Crest, before I go there, I want to say, first of all, I don't condone a life of crime. I tell you guys about these bad decisions that I made in hopes that you would make better decisions, even if you have to ask somebody about it. So that's why I let you know how it started and what it ended up with. So again, please don't take this as something that I'm saying to go do or to glorify. It's not that. I just try to tell it in an entertaining way, okay? But all these be epic failures, okay? So I want to get that out the way first and foremost. Second of all, I want to say to the people in the comments, man, again, thank you for your comments. I appreciate it. So like I was saying, I'm living over on Boulder Crest and I want to try new things. Sad to say, when I say new things, I mean like new ways of crime or new ways to get paid. And understand this, I'm not opposed to a job. It's just that jobs pay every 2 weeks. And I don't know about y'all, but a lot of times in my life, I've been in situations where I needed money every day. I once heard somebody say, I can't remember who I was working for, maybe the guy I was working for who was doing floors, but he said the only person that need money every day is like an addict, somebody with a substance on their back. And that made me think, because he's saying like everybody else can wait to get paid once a week or every 2 weeks or whatever the case is. But again, I found myself in situations where I needed money every day. And excuse me, even up to now, I do stuff that can get me paid every day, but I want the money that day. Anyway, so I'm trying new things and finding out new ways of getting money, and the recycling business has become attractive, right? So I want to get me a truck that I can recycle stuff in, because I've seen, for the most part, all you do with the recycling is you take trash across the scale and they'll pay you for it. Seems simple enough. I used to work at, it was called a Superload on Boulder Crest, across from the park on Boulder Crest. It was a supermarket. It's like a Wayfield's food, but smaller, but it was a supermarket. And I was the produce manager. So again, I've never been opposed to having a legit job. I need money in between. So with me living over in Whitehall, which is in Boulder Crest, for me to go to work, I got to cut through, or an easier way is just for me to go through the cut. I'll end up in the park at Boulder Crest, and I cross the street and go to work. Now, I'm taking this trip, all the time, because at one point I called myself selling crack over in Whitehall. So I'm going from Whitehall to Boulder, from Whitehall to the park to get off my sack. Now I got a job, so I'm walking through the park to go to work. So the whole time I'm on Boulder Crest, the park is a major traffic area. It's called the park at Boulder Crest. It's just major traffic, cars, walking, police, everything. So every time I go through, it's been at least a year and a half, 2 years. I done left, came back. Every time I go by, I see this blue Explorer, Ford Explorer. It's been there so long and it's so old. All four tires are flat. It got like the straw dust built up around the tires. Windows the truck was blue, but it almost looked black from dirt. It's just there. Again, if you ever lived in any of the hood areas, or especially on Boulder Crest, when you walking in by the bus station, for some reason there's all these signs. There are printed signs, handmade signs, people done put on the wall. They flying around the street. They say, cash for junk cars. You know, you go to the bus stop, you see they taped up onto the thing. Cash for junk cars. When you getting off the exit, you know what I mean? You see the little sign, cash for junk cars with a phone number. So as I'm going to work one day, I done passed this car at least 500 times. I mean, it's just sitting there rotting. For some reason, I call myself being smart. I have an idea. It was crazy because I can clearly remember that now that I had this idea, I couldn't find one of the signs. I go out to the main street. Well, after I see the truck, I go out to the main street. I'm looking for one of the cash for junk car signs. I can't find one. I done spent the block, then went down Gresham, then come back up. I can't find one. Some kind of way, I just get lucky. I go down by the exit, I get lucky. Cash for junk cars. I take a picture of the sign, boom. I call the number. I said, hey, yeah, man, how much you give me for such, such, such? He say, you got the title? No, I ain't got the title. I give you 300. Cool, come and get it. Now, I asked him, when can he come and get it? He said, in a few minutes. Now, I was honestly just calling to test this little theory out, but he say he on the way, he'll be here in about 20 minutes. And with my pockets looking all sketchy, I'm like, this $300, I don't think nobody gonna miss this truck because it's been here, like, whatever. I'm thinking about it. Man, I actually think I was on break or something at work, right? When I see the tow truck pulling up, I leave break. I take my work uniform off, I tuck it, I run across the street. When I run across the street, the guy pulling up, he backing up to the truck. When he see me, he like, what going on, man? I'm like, yeah, this it right here. He said, you say you ain't got no title? Nah, I ain't got no title. So he looking at me like, he give me that once over, like something may not be legit. So he reached out his hand, he said, give me the keys. I'm like, bro, man, this truck been sitting here. I'm like, man, listen. I'm like, it really my girl truck, but she don't want it no more. She done lost the keys, I can't find them, and you know, it's over with, bro. You just gotta get it how you can get it. He like, you ain't got the keys? I'm like, no. It's like a little short black dude with the little greasy afro up under one of them black caps, right? But you could tell he just doing his work, just doing his job. But again, I could see his mind turning that may be saying, man, this might be a bad idea. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure anything that he take, he got to have a log of what he done turned in. So, you know, so on and so forth. He looking at me like, I'm like, bro, if you don't, I'm gonna call somebody else to get it, man. I just need it gone. He's like, no, I'm gonna get it. So what I noticed he doing is, because again, in my mind, I want things to move a little bit faster, but I gotta stay calm like it's normal, right? Because in the park, people are walking by. Ain't nobody really looking or paying attention, but people are out. I don't know who watching from the windows, and I don't know who truck this is. Man, he get to messing with his the levers on this wrecker or hauler or whatever you call it. Get to pulling it down, and it get to making noise, beep, 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 all this old stuff right here, right? You know, every time he not looking at me, I'm taking a quick look around, making sure ain't nobody watching. But by the time he looking at me, I'm just acting normal, like, you know, I'm supposed to be here. Take about 10 or 15 minutes, he finally get it hooked up. Once he get it hooked up, pull it back up on the thing, like the parking spot where the truck was at, it's so nasty. It got all kind of stuff up under here. You know what I mean? That you probably would never even know was under this truck. But he done had to drag the truck because he can't open it and turn the wheel. He just done hooked it up under it and had to drag it like with the brakes on and everything, drag it up on his lift and then pick it up like that. He gonna have to do the same thing when he drop it off. But he get it pretty swiftly, right? We standing out there, like I said, now he looking around too and everything. He like, you ain't got no more? I'm like, I think I got one more, man. I got one more, but it's over at my partner house. I call him, you know what I mean? He been saying he want to get rid of it. He like, all right, man, let me know now. I'll pull up on you. I give you, you know what I mean? I give you what, you know, I give you something for it. I'm like, all right, cool. He go on in his pocket. He go to reaching. He go to counting out my money. Once he counting out my money, I watch him. He get on in the truck and get to pulling off. Once he get to pulling off, I don't even go back to work. I go home. Once he get to pulling off, I turn around and walk off. Now I'm hauling ass. Gone, right? I go on over to the house. I'm chilling. Don't nobody know what I got going on. I go on to handle my business. And I don't tell nobody. But I'm thinking, I'm like, dang, this is really easy, right? This was really, really easy because he ain't want no, you know, he ain't asked me for no title, no keys. It's trash everywhere. I could really clean up Boulder Crest, you know what I mean? So this is what I'm thinking. Plan went off without a hitch. It's all good. Of course, you don't get but $200-300 for these little junk cars, but you know it is what it is. You do two of them, that's $600. We talking about in a time when my rent was $600. I do what I got to do. I end up getting up to me. I probably end up getting it to me about $1,500. So one day I'm at my mom's house and the little local dude who fixed cars and trucks and stuff, I see it's like a maroon but kind of purple like F-150 single cab with the long bed, one of them old joints, like a 91, right? Like a 89, 90, 91. I think it was like a 90. So I know what he drive. He work out of a BMW. Then his wife drives something nice, and I know his style. This old raggedy truck is not his style, so it ain't something that looked like he would, you know, be in. I catch him outside working one day. I'm like, hey man, what you want for that truck? He like, come on, check it out. I come over there. I'm like, you selling it? He like, yeah, it's for sale. He like, what you give me for it? I'm like, bro, what you want for the truck? He like, look, I'm gonna show you. Get in. So he go to the driver's seat. When I get in, it's a stick. As a matter of fact, I want to say this is how I learned how to drive a stick. He taught me how to drive a stick in this truck. Absolutely did. He taught me how, I'm going to tell y'all how it happened. He taught me how to drive a stick in this truck. Forgot. We get in the truck. You know, this when I learned that the stick shift, the manual don't have no transmission. You are the transmission, right? Man, we get in, he fire the truck up. I'm talking about it fired good and clean. Everything on the dashboard come on. A couple of the gauges didn't move, but it's a you know, even back then the truck was old, right? Man, we are in his driveway had like a curve on it. It like at the bottom of the driveway where the garage was, then you got to go up the driveway to the street. So the truck is at the bottom of the driveway right in front of the garage, the closed garage. So the garage is behind us. The garage door is behind us. One of his cars is parked in front of the truck. We sitting in the truck, man, while the truck running. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he put it in forward or reverse or what, but whatever he did right there in that spot, he did it. He hit something, whoa, whoa, and hit the gas. Man, the truck sitting right there spinning. I'm talking about just burning rubber right there in his driveway. We ain't going forward, we ain't going backward. I'm sitting over in the passenger seat like this. God damn. You know what I mean? But so I want it, right? He stopped doing that. He like, yeah, truck ready to roll. I have no idea how he did that burnout till this day. I don't know how to do it. So he like, I'm like, what you want for the truck, man? Because I have no idea what he want for the truck. He said, bro, he said, give me $800. I'm like, bet. If I ain't mistaken, like I said, I probably had about, you know, I probably had a little grip on me. So I said, that's what I could do. I give you 500 right now, 300 next week. You know, that's how I used to buy all my stuff. Basically, I got to cut them payments up. He said, that'll work. He give me the truck. Now I got a truck, and I take the truck from, at this point, I cannot drive a stick. And to my knowledge, don't nobody at my house can drive a stick. I called my partner Derek down in Whitehall, who lived right across the way. I said, hey, bro, can you drive a stick? He was like, yeah. I said, can you drive a stick? He said, yeah. I said, can you meet me up here at River Road, man? I just bought a truck. I need you to drive it home for me. He like, yeah, I'm on the way. It ain't 15 minutes, Derek pull up. When he pull up, he see it, he like, all right, cool, bro, this great. I get in his truck, he jump in the F-150 and he drive it no problem. Boom. He take it to the house. I'm behind him in his he had like a little Tahoe. So I'm behind him in the Tahoe. When we get to down to Whitehall, he actually showed me how to drive the truck. You know, from first gear to second gear to third gear to fourth gear. And, you know, I never could get it to where like a downshifting. So I just go to neutral and go from there. He actually taught me how to drive the truck in the little neighborhood right there. He like, you know, once you red line it on the first gear, you gonna clutch it, go to second, do it, whatever. I started driving it around the neighborhood. Once I got it, I put that thing on the street. You know, I had a couple of mishaps, cut off on me a couple times, but you know, after that, after you really get used to it, you good, right? So boom, I got the truck. Being that, like I said, I drove it straight home and now I know how to drive it, I'm going from Whitehall to River Road to my mama's house, which is maybe about 10 minutes, and it's usually not a lot of police over there. And I don't got no license, so I never went and got no tag. I never put it in my name. I never did anything that I was supposed to do with the truck. And thank God I never got pulled over in it. It was like a little good luck charm or whatever. I guess it's just an old beat up truck with no reason to pull it over. I started recycling stuff. Once I started recycling stuff, like I said, I had already had it in my mind and I had already seen some of the older guys doing it. So I said I wanted to do it. I think it was the first time I recycled something that kind of got me turned out. Maybe even the first time I recycled something, it was an error, because the first time I recycled something, like I got real close to $100. And if I ain't mistaken, it was only like 2 or 3 pieces, and I might have got like $87, something like that. Maybe like a washing machine, just 2 or 3 big pieces, right? Got like $87. So I'm thinking like, dang, now I see why people recycle, but I'm also thinking like, man, I can do this every day. I can get some money. You know what I'm saying? I can get some money. So I start recycling. I start recycling. I get into the recycling game. I'm recycling metal. Once I find out I can recycle metal, I see people recycling cardboard. I start collecting cardboard. I'm recycling everything, right? Man, it get to the point that, you know, now I just wake up and ride into what I think is the older part of the city and just pulling stuff off the street, if it even looked like trash. I remember one time, I'm riding, man, I'm trying to recycle stuff. I'm looking and I see a manhole cover. Yeah, a manhole cover. This is what they refer to it as at the recycling plant. You know, I just know it as a sewer top. It's the regular circle sewer top that be in the middle of the street. I was riding and I saw a sewer that was open, and the top of it, was like pulled back from it. It wasn't in the ground. And I'm thinking like, because the metal sewer top is heavy, but it's circular and it don't take up that much space because it's flat, but it's heavy. If you get enough of these, it can be a nice load. That can be a nice chunk of change. I pulls over, I grab the manhole cover, throw it on the back of the truck, boom. I'm going off. And if I'm not mistaken, it was at this same time that I think I found something else. It was like the top of a fire hydrant. You know, the fire hydrants have the top that you put on and then you lock it. I found one of those laying over in the street. I take it, throw it in the truck. Boom. It ain't that heavy, but it just adds to the load. I'm desperate at this point. Man, once I get down to the scrapyard, them folk talking about, man, they the one called it the manhole cover. They take it off my truck and they just looking at it and laughing, passing it to each other. So, cause all the rest of the stuff, it just unloaded. They push it off, whatever, weigh it, and we go on. But now with this manhole cover, everybody got jokes. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, what's up with my, they like, boy, you can't recycle nothing belong to the city? And I thought about it. I'm like, God damn, I never even thought about it. They see the fire hydrant top and they do the same thing. They're like, yeah, give her that too, man. Get your ass on out of here before you go to jail. Say no more. I'm gone, right? Of course, I don't know what I'm doing with this recycling. I just know that it's metal and it got some weight to it. They'll pay me for it. This become one of my hustles, one of my full-time hustles. Anytime I find some metal, if I find somebody doing some kind of renovation or any kind of metal, right, I'll go and recycle it. As a matter of fact, once I found out, let me not do that. I ain't gonna, never mind. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna keep that one off the books. So we junk in the metal, right? This become one of my full-time hustles. Not only am I junking metal, but I'm cutting grass. I want to cut a little grass. I want to start to do something for myself, but I think my ways are just, my intentions were good, ways were a little twisted. So one day I pulls up on this house. I ain't gonna say where it's at. I pull up on this house and I'm in the neighborhood because I haven't legitimized my truck. I pull up on this house and what attracted me to the house is the grass in the yard is yay high. The grass is, I'm talking about, you see what I'm saying? So, I got a landscaping business. I know I can charge a pretty little penny to get this clean. This yard got cars in the driveway. You got a car at the top of the driveway, one behind that, one in the middle of the yard, two down there, like an old busted van. And now each and every one of them look like they ain't been moved in years. They all got dust on them, dirt on them, everything. So when I pull up to this house, I see, I'm talking about this, the house look atrocious. But to me, I see nothing but money. I see like many kind of ways. If the person say that I can clean it up and cut the grass, I could charge a little bit. The person say if I can help them recycle these cars, if don't nobody come, I'm gonna recycle them anyway. You see what I'm saying? At that point, I was even kind of curious about what still be in houses. So we gonna take that route. I be curious about what be in houses. I go down there and I knock on the door. When I knock on the door, in order for me to get to the door, when I'm trying to climb the steps, like the steps are wooden, and like the fourth or fifth step, they completely gone. They done rotted out, and I gotta kind of like step over to the side and climb up the rail to get to the next step, and still be careful because these might fall too. And it's like a 8 or 9 foot fall. Then you got the little balcony that's up here that is weak, look weak also. I end up getting up the steps, man. I ring the bell. When I ring the bell, I can hear it ring on the inside, ding. And I actually heard movement. So I'm waiting. When I'm waiting, this older black lady come to the door. So when she come to the door, I asked the lady, I'm like, she looked normal, just older. I'm asking her about the yard. I'm like, you mind if I clean up the yard? I imagine, because even before she come to the door, it got all kind of colored stuff. They got a white notice on the door, a baby blue notice on the door, the little stickers, a pink one on the door. I ain't reading them, but it's, all them kind of stickers. So I can imagine code enforcement done been here at some point and let her know, like, look, you got to get this stuff together or whatever the situation may be. So I'm telling her that I can get the yard together for what price, and I'm getting kind of excited, and she going for it. She like, yeah, I really need it done. You know, I ain't got a lot of money, but I do need it done. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, you know, I can help you out. I can get it done, right? Even for the front yard, you know, you can give me $50 because I just got this weed eater. I just go through the front yard. She like, well, I tell you what, if you come back, you know, at the end of the week or next week or something like that, then I'll let you do it. I ain't got no money right now. She like, I just came down here because this property is something and they don't want it, and I got to fly back up to somewhere and I don't got time for it. We actually get to talking about the cars. She like, yeah, you can, I'm all that for sale. You can have it for a couple hundred, this and that. I'm like, cool. So I end up leaving with this house on my mind. Like, I can go back and recycle the cars. She gonna let me do the yard. I go on about my week, right? I end up coming back. I tell Noah one day, me and Noah out there working, I call, okay, so now let me explain this about Noah. If you've ever, you know, been in the streets, then any kind of way in the streets, you know, I'm gonna say that if you ever been in the streets any kind of way, then you know that there's a true benefit to having people with substance abuse issues around. Say what you want to say, it is what it is. If you got people with substance abuse issues around, they can give you, you get first dibs to all the stuff, all the stolen stuff, all the hot stuff, all the new stuff. If there's something that you need but can't acquire, you see what I'm saying? You can get it like that. Not only do they bring you money, all this, you know, I'm telling you, there are benefits to having. You always supposed to treat the people with substance abuse problems. You treat them like regular people. You don't put them down and you know, fuck them. You don't screw them over. So so and not to mention, I think everybody go through some kind of substance abuse, you know, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? Like me, I like the treafer. So that's a substance I abuse a little bit. You know, other people abuse other substances. I ain't going too far there. So when I say substance abuse, I'm just saying substance abuse, right? So I got a cuz, right? Cuz got you know, go through a little substance abuse every now and then. And whenever I want to do something and I'm like I'm kind of questioning I'm questioning the legitimacy of the idea, or I'm questioning whether or not it may lead me to go in prison. If I have any kind of these questions or doubts, then I'll call and ask for help. Reason being is because sometimes, you know, people don't weigh the risk and reward as they should. I'll just say that, which was also one of my problems. I've been to prison twice. So, you know, I don't want y'all to think nothing like, you know. Anyway, so I called Cub, right? When I called Cub, because Cub like me, Cub's gonna work. Either whether it's legit work, whether it's illegitimate work, you call Cub's going to work. So I called Nard. When I called Nard, I'm like, hey bro, I need you to help me do this house. He's like, what you mean? I'm like, this lady hired me to do the house, and I'm gonna cut the grass. I'm gonna pay you. He like, all right, bet. Nard always down to get some money. Now, I haven't talked to the lady again. She told me to come back next week. And what I'm thinking in my head is, I go back to the house, and when I go back to the house with Noah and she don't answer the door. So what I'm thinking is, because this grass is getting higher and higher, so whenever she do allow me to deal with it, it's gonna be a real headache. It's a headache now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm deciding like I'm gonna go on and do it for the lady, and um, I decide I'm gonna go on and do it for the lady. Then once she see it, she'll just pay me. I go to the house, knock on the door again, she don't answer. I'm like, forget it, we're gonna go on and do it. I get to working on the yard. I got a lawnmower and a weed eater. Me and Nord working on the yard. It's going horrible because I really need some kind of different head for this yard. Man, we might have worked for about an hour with maybe a 15% progress, with the lawnmower keep shutting down and can't handle this tall grass, then the weed eater not having the right head on it. It's just not going good in this very, very tall grass. So fight through it as much as we can. Fight through it as much as we can. Realize it ain't gonna work. Then the backyard is atrocious. I'm like, bro, we gonna need some help. We gonna need something else. You know, if I would have said we were gonna stay, no, I would have stayed, right? I call it off. I'm also working, hoping while I'm working, like she might pull up or come home or anything, but she never do come. I think I come back the next week, I knock on the door, the lady not there. I got some more equipment, some stuff that I think that's gonna be better, but I don't wanna get back started working on the yard without her giving me the okay. She don't answer the door. The grass that I did cut, the little progress that I did make, it done started coming back. I do the same thing another week. She don't never answer the door. Now every time I'm coming to this neighborhood, I notice how quiet it is. Ain't no movement. It look like it's only like 3 or 4 houses in a cul-de-sac. Look like 2 of them empty. The other 2 ain't got no movement. So I done work for this lady, and it's looking like ain't gonna be no payment. Which is not an excuse, but I'm also curious because it's always been on my mind about these cars. One I put two I remember in particular was like a 1960 or 70 something, like a really, really old car that she had lost everything to. She said I could have it for a couple hundred, but there's nobody to pay. And like a red Dodge Neon that she told me that it was being fixed on and something was wrong with it and whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I get to thinking. Now I'm thinking about the time that I recycle. You know, I've been recycling I've been recycling cars that ain't mine. And like I got 2 or 3 people, I got about four different people in my phone that I can call to do this, right? So I'm at the house. I say, I'm gonna give it a try. I've been down there, like I said, I had been down there doing the work before already, and I called Nord. I think I just called Nord so that it can look a little bit more official. I tell Nord we're gonna go down to this house and we're gonna start back on the yard, and the lady ready to pay me. Nord like bet. We get in the truck, we go on down there. I tell Nord what to do. He started doing it. He started cutting the yard like we did before. I called the cash for junk car people. Tell him where I'm at, he on the way, 10, 15 minutes. When he get there, Nord cutting the grass, I got the weed eater, he pull up. I guess it's looking official. I got my truck parked out front. I tell him which car I want to take. He do the same thing. He hooked the car up. You got the title? No, I ain't got the title. You got the keys? I ain't got the keys, man. I just need it gone. Really, I need all these gone. He like, you want? I'm like, yeah, I need all of them gone. He like, oh man, bet. He hook it up, hook the winch up, pull the car on up, put it on the thing. He get the car, he get on out of there. Give me my money. Boom. Once he pay me my money, I tell Nord, hey Nord, Nord, cut it out. We done for the day. Cut it out, put everything on the truck. I pay Nord, I give Nord half. We gone. One day, me and Nord are gathering metal, and I come across a busted AC unit. Now, when I say busted, all I mean is it's open. It's been dismantled. It's outside. It's been dismantled, and just the shell is out there. So me not knowing what's what, I just see metal pieces again. I go and I pick them up, throw them on the back of the truck for scrap iron. This load right here, I must have had a big load because when I take it down to the junkyard, nobody say anything about the air conditioner. It's like the casing, the air conditioning casing, and so they let me junk it. So I thought it was all legit. I thought you could do that. So I end up telling cuz, I'm like, I get a bright idea. I'm like, man, you know, if, see, y'all wouldn't know, well, hopefully y'all wouldn't know about this anyway, but even the crackhead stuff had errors. So like the crackhead situations went through the copper housing, pulling copper out of housing. Before that, it was the air conditioners. At one point in time, they were doing the Cadillac converters. You can still kind of fall victim to that now. So this underground stuff had like errors also. So this was back in the AC unit errors. So you used to be able to go and recycle them without having any paperwork. So I tell cuz I had a bright idea. Like once I recycle the one and they give me money, I'm like, this could be easy. All I gotta do is go and find houses that's unoccupied and take the AC unit. They weigh a little, they got a little weight on them. I know they gonna cash me out for them, so I do that, right? I call cuz. I'm like, cuz, come help me work, man. I got some work to do. He like, bet. I go pick cuz up. We get to working. As we get to working, like I said, it's going pretty good. I ain't getting no static. I'm going to houses that are unoccupied. And for me, this is actually like the perfect burglary because I ain't got to break in nothing. Everything that I want is outside. If you guys have ever noticed, how now the AC units, a lot of times on the outside, they have like metal, like a metal guard, almost a metal guard around them, like guard or bars to keep people from taking them. So, you know, I'm sure that came from these kind of ideas, right? So me and Cub, we going around, we taking the ACs, man. We just going to the back, unhooking them, unplugging them, might have to cut the wires or whatever. Some of them brand new, some of them used, putting them on the back of the truck. So the way my mind work is, you know, if I take one AC unit and I get 50 bucks for it, that's cool. Now I want to see how to turn that 50 bucks into 500. So if the one AC unit was 50 bucks, then I just need 10 so I can go and cash out at one time. So that's my mission. I'm on a mission trying to gather enough AC units to try to make it worth my time. I done told cuz I'm gonna pay him for the day and for the situation, so of course he riding with me. Now, cuz got more knowledge about AC units than I do because he worked for his brother's company. His brother's company actually do heating in there, you know what I'm saying? So cuz know about this stuff. I'm kind of really totally blind into it. I just know metal, weight, stuff like that. I don't even know that you're supposed to bust this stuff open and you get different money for different stuff. Like you get, if you take the compressor out of it, you gotta drain it from all the fluid, but you get a certain money for that. And then there's something else in there, like a little switchboard, you get money for that. So once you junk stuff, appliances, you can get paid 4 or 5 different times off one same thing, but I didn't know that. I'm just dumping stuff straight on there. I got a truck full of, I got a truck bed full of AC units, right? I'm excited. I'm happy because I'm going home excited because to me, that's a nice day's worth of work. What Cuz for was to help me get them. You know what I mean? I didn't pay him for the day just for the work. I ain't really paying Cuz like for the production and nothing like that. Whatever I told him I'm gonna give him for the day, I done already gave it to him, dropped him back off at home. So all these units belong to me. Man, I go home and I get to busting them down, got the screwdriver, got the wrenches, and I'm taking stuff apart, putting this over here, putting that over there. I remember, man, I took my first load down there. Whole load of AC units. You know, when you drive your truck across the scale, someone comes out and they physically put eyes on your load. They want to know what you're junking. So when the man come outside and he look at my load, you know, I'm looking at him. I got that how the Grinch stole Christmas grin on my face. You know what I mean? When he come down, I'm looking at him like this. Yeah, you know what I mean? So he looking at the load, he moving stuff, he looking at labels, he look at me. He say, you got a heating and air business? First question hit me. I didn't stop my grinning like, nah, I ain't got no heating and air business. You work for somebody, got a heating and air business? No, not that I know of. I pretty much work for myself. He like, man, where you get these from? I'm like, they just be out toe up. So anything that's toe up, I throw everything else to one side, throw all the ACs to one side, and I bring them at one time. He like, man, you got to have he said, you got to have a license to come and turn this stuff in, man. They ain't gonna cash you out for this. I'm like, no, man, be serious. He like, no, for real, man. You go to jail for this. I'm like, just recycling the ACs? He like, bro. He like, you can't. He like, man, we can't accept these. Damn. So I call cuz when I get home, I'm like, bro. I'm like, they said I can't even turn these in. Cuz like, oh, yeah, I thought you knew that, cuz I thought you knew. But I'm like, bro, you told me that we could turn them in. You know, you the one told me. He like, yeah, I'll be turning them in with my brother, but he got a license. I'm like, bro, are you serious? He like, yeah, cuz I thought you knew. So basically, I done went and wasted all this time. I just ended up going somewhere and throwing all that stuff away, throwing it off the back of my truck. So I wake up in the morning and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling okay. We all right. I'm pretty decent. I got a little money in my pocket. Me and Nord pretty much been bullshitting all week. We been doing whatever it take to get some money. I'm gonna be honest. Once I found out that you could recycle metal for money, it changed the game for me. It almost make the stealing easier. You know what I'm saying? It make the stealing easier, and it gives more stuff for me to take. So this particular day, I wake up in the morning, I get a phone call from Nord. I answer the phone call. I'm like, "What going on, cuz?" Nord said, "What going on, cuz? Where you at?" I said, "Shit, I'm around the corner. I'm over here at Mom's house." He said, "You want to make a few dollars?" I always want to make a few dollars. Like, what you talking about? He like, "I give you $50, just take me up the street." Cool. That's my kind of that's my kind of money, right? Now, here's the thing. The reason why Nord is gonna give me this kind of money, or he know it will require this kind of money for me, is because my transportation is risky. I don't have license. They suspended because from old warrants from years and years ago that I never took care of. Took about $500 to get my license back. Really about $700. I got a truck that don't have insurance, registration, or tag. All I have is the title. I got the title and the truck. I ain't registered it in my name. I ain't got no insurance. I ain't got no tag on it. What I do is, as I've been going throughout the neighborhoods and I see like little cars that been parked there and ain't been moving or whatever, look like they were broke down, I done went and took somebody tag off of they shit that's broke down and put it on the back of my truck, just because, you know, if the police see me from a long distance, there's something on the truck. You know, if you see it from a long distance and you see a truck pull out with no tag on it, that's easily spottable. Even though putting a different tag on a vehicle is a whole nother charge or case or whatever. It's a misdemeanor, but it is a whole nother charge. So He offered me 50 bucks. I'm like, cool. Whenever I crank up this truck, I take all back streets. I take all back roads. I damn near can get anywhere in DeKalb County from back roads. Anywhere, right? I be going through neighborhoods, cutting through neighborhood. I can get from one end to the other just from back street. Don't gotta hit no expressway, no main road. So he called me, hey, I just need to run over here by mom's house real quick. All right, cool. I get up, I put on my clothes, I jump in them mud, I jump in there, fired up. I'm on my way to the car house. I pull up, I call him. Bro, I'm outside. All right, cool. Wait a couple minutes, cuz come outside like he normally do, dressed like he ready to work. You know what I mean? Like we ready to go get some action. Cuz say, I just need you to take me right around the street, right around the corner to this street, or right around the corner to this house or the street. You ain't even got to let it in the neighborhood. And I'm thinking, damn, you gonna give me $50 to take you around the corner to we ain't even gotta leave the neighborhood? You see what I'm saying? He like, yeah, just take me right over here. You ain't gotta tell me twice. You know, I know cuz ain't got it all, but he know what $50 is and he know what the neighborhood is. So, you know, that part I ain't got to worry about. He must know what he doing. We get in the truck. I pull on around now. Cuz telling me, take a left right here. Take the left. We go on up the street. Take a right here. I take the right. We go on up the street. Just like you said, we never left the neighborhood. We pulling up to the house. Cuz say, at the house right here on the left. Pull in the driveway. I pull in the driveway. He say, I'm finna go in here and get something real quick. Just keep the truck running. All right, cool. I'm talking about, I literally never thought, I never thought twice about any of this stuff. You see, if you've ever rode dirty, not real dirty, I mean like just on a risk. Like you could get the truck taken, you could get your vehicle taken, you can get a ticket, something like that. You know it's a risk. You can go to jail, gonna have to bond out. They're gonna take some money you may have or may not have, because if you had that money, you will probably fix whatever situation you're gonna get pulled over for. So if you ever ride dirty, not as in like with bricks in the trunk or pounds or illegal anything like that, I just mean knowing all your information is not right, then you know the feeling that I'm describing when I say, like, every time you pull up to a destination, it's a release. It's like you praying the whole time. So when I get in the truck to go get cuz, when I get him, I didn't say a prayer because I was able to make it to him without being arrested, without being pulled over, any of this kind of stuff, right? So when I get with cuz and then we pull up in the driveway of the place that he telling me to go, guess what? I done made another prayer. You know what I'm saying? Thanking God. Man, dang. Thank you for letting me, get here. Thank you for letting me make it without any incident. Might have been past the police or two or something, but just keep rolling, right? So now that I'm sitting in the driveway, I done made it to the destination. I'm thinking like, cool, $50 in the bag. All cuz got to do is come on out with it. I take him back home and I go back home. I done made me a quick $50. I'm sitting in the driver's seat, saying a little prayer, hoping I can get home. I done made my little money. I done made 50 bucks. The truck on E, but I'm only going around the corner, so I ain't gonna stop at no gas station because I know how much it is before this mud will cut off, right? And I got enough to make it back to River Road to where I need to go without going to the gas station. So the whole 50 is mine. I'm sitting in the driver's seat. I'm sitting in the driveway. I watch Cuz walk up to the door. Cuz walk up to the door. As soon as he gets to the door, he turns around. I'm gonna show y'all like this. As y'all can see, I got a door right there. So as soon as Cuz walk up to the door, he turn around like this. As soon as he get into the door, he turn around like this. You see what I'm saying? So I'm watching, I'm watching him walk up to the door and he turn around. I instantly go from, you see what I'm saying? I'm because the first kick surprised, it surprised the shit out of me. I'm just sitting there, I'm watching Cub, you know, and here's the thing about it. Cub done gave me just enough information for me to not be able to spoil the plan. He ain't gave me enough information to say, oh hell no, I ain't going to do that, or we ain't going, oh hell no. He ain't gave me none of that. I ain't had no chance to call that plan off. That's why Cuz ain't slow as folk think. First kick, surprised the hell walked up on that mud, turned around like he was supposed to be there. I'm talking about donkey kick that. Boom! So on the first kick, I'm like this. I'm in the driver's seat. I'm looking like this right here. Like, oh, the first kick, I'm looking at the other houses trying to see who's looking. Now I'm in an old lad 1989 truck, so I can't hit no windows to let it down. I got to crawl over the seat. I done crawled over the seat trying to hit the window down. You know what I mean? I done roll over the seat like you're trying to roll the window down because I already in action. I'm screaming out the window, hey, leaning across the seat, hey. On the second kick, Cuz kicked that by, we're gonna say about 5 times, fast, rapid, hard. But on the second kick, the alarm go off. The alarm go off and go to blaring. Blah, 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 blah. Now I'm sitting in the driver's seat in the driveway of this house. It's about 12 o'clock in the day, about how it is now, bright as hell. Man, I'm feeling here. I'm pulling my stomach. I'm trying to scream at Cub. My stomach hurt. It then went straight to the bottom. Now I got the boo-boo. I'm like, God damn, Cuz, hell no. Because in his thing, he on it. Boom, boom, boom. Fifth or sixth kick, the door come open. Boom, the door come open. Cuz off in there. When the door open, I'm from the driveway, I can look and see into the house, but I can't see. I can just see a little bit. I can see where it's open at, but Cuz done disappeared. He gone. He gone through the house. No lie. We might have been there every bit of, no lie, we might have been there every bit of 7 minutes. Felt like 2 hours. I'm talking about if you ain't never been in the heat of a situation, I'm talking about in the middle of it, as it's going down, and all you wishing for is it to be over. You just wishing, you see what I'm saying? The time slow up so drastically because as I'm in this driver's seat, I'm really scared. I don't want to get out. I don't want to get out the truck and go after bruh because so much can happen then. You see what I'm saying? He already taking the risk. So the risk on him, if somebody in there and shoot him, I'm going to pull off. So if I try to go after him and somebody in there and get the shooting, then you see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of risk associated. If I go after him and the police pull up, then you see what I'm saying? But as I'm still sitting in the truck, the truth actually will work. I did not know we were doing this. I did not know that this is what we were going to do. Man, I'm sitting there, this alarm going off. I'm steady looking at houses. I'm to my alarm, but ain't nobody moving. It just, the alarm just going off. I'm like, what the man, I get my nuts up. I open the door. I jump out. I'm walking to the front door. I'm trying to walk as casual as I can. Again, it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. The alarm is blaring. I'm trying to walk to the door as casual as I can. I'm looking up and down the street and shit. As I get to the door and peek around the corner, I see Cuz on the wall hanging onto a flat screen that's mounted. But whoever put this on, I'm talking about they did a good job. Cause this flat screen, this mount is holding this big 70, 80-inch TV and holding Cuz on that mud like a monkey ball, like him. He trying to pull it down. TV won't come down. I walk up to the door. I'm like, this. Oh my. I'm like, cuz. Like this. He see me. He stop. He look at the door. He see me. He like, oh, my fault, cuz. I'm like, bro, come on. What you doing? He like, my fault, cuz. It's one more upstairs. Let me go get it. Before I can say any word, cuz turn around, run upstairs. I'm still standing at the door like, nah, I'm trying to, I'm barely getting my foot to the edge. I'm like, putting my foot to the edge. They're like, no, cuz, no. He don't hear nothing because the alarm going too now. The alarm still going. Cuz and flew upstairs. I'm like, no, man, come on, cuz. I say, fuck it. I turn around and I march back to the truck. I crank it up. Truck going. I'm telling myself, cuz got 30 seconds. I'm out of here. 30 seconds. Came and went. He ain't came. A minute. He ain't came. Man, cuz got 30 more seconds and I'm gone. He ain't came. Man, I put it in reverse. Backing up. As I'm backing up, when I turn back this way, cuz running out the house with a TV. I just see lower body and TV. He running out the house. Hold up, cuz. I stop. He gently put the TV on the back of the truck. Boom. He get in the seat. Leave the door wide open. Alarm blaring. I back out, get in the street, pull off. Old ass truck. I'm cussing cuz ass out the whole time. I'm taking him back to his house. Cuz telling me, cuz I got somebody want this, man. They want it. You got to take me over there to settle. They finna give me the money for it. I'm cussing them out. I'm like, hell no, get my $50 now. He like, cuz, I got to go sell the TV. No, we ain't doing that, cuz. I don't give a damn what happened, man. I want my $50 now because, why hell no. He like, damn, cuz, I thought you knew what the move is. We been doing moves. I thought you knew what the move is.